shall be with you. Ready to go? Bo Bichette up now for the Mets. And that's how this series begins. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look.
7-10.
Ground ball up the middle. Horner throws to first in time. One out in the top of the first. And that's in for a strike. 0-1.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front. So off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
And there are 2 outs. The batter now, Jorge Polanco. That one lifted to left. Chisholm turns to the right on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. Got it started a little too early. Strike one. McClain was dominant the last time on the mound, firing a shutout. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
That complete game shutout in his last start is so rare nowadays, Boog. In 1983, that happened 180 times across MLB. In 2023, there were only 21. Not a lot of pitchers who can do what he did.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. One gone, bottom half of the first. And it's fouled away. 0-1 down. Well struck, deep right field, way back and out of here. Ozzie Albies goes yard. His 9th homer of the year. The other way, and foul ball.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Check swing went around. No balls, 2 strikes. McClain, 25 years old, and he was a 3rd-round pick in 2023. Got him. 2 gone. Here's Matt Olson down. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. That is the inning. Albies with the key hit for Atlanta. Back in Atlanta Truist Park, and stepping in for New York, Francisco Lindor. Inside. Ball 1.
Oh, here's a game Lindor will never forget. One night in July of 2023, he went 5 for 5 with a home run, 2 triples, and he scored 3 runs. That stat line is so rare. Only one other player has done it. Guess who? Willie Mays in 1958. If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
Tosses to first. Nice play off the bounce for the out. Down the third baseman, Brett Beatty. Ground ball to the right side, and it goes just foul. Beatty with a homer in his last game.
Ball.
Pitch is in there, and the count now even up. That one ripped. Pops over the wall, and that's an automatic double. That one close, ruled a ball. Ball 1. And another ball. Challenge from behind the dish here. In the air, out towards left center. And that's the 3rd out. Bottom of the 2nd. Now in for the Braves, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Breaking ball misses down and away.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
And that's downstairs and outside. Late on that fastball.
Definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball. If he can get in that location, boy, you've got to look top to bottom, and that's going to make it very difficult to hit.
That gets by him. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he'll pull into second safely.
Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Went with the sweeper for the strike. Runner in scoring position, nobody out, as we play game one of this 4-game series. Look out! And it hit him. Now here is Drake Baldwin. Here's a guy who's been struggling so far this year. It's only late April, but still hoping he'll turn it around soon. Swing and a miss, chased it out of the zone. This one drilled, right center field. That one heading for the fence, and gone! He'll circle the bases. Home run number 5 on the season. Rip, but it curls foul. Mauricio with the throw to first, and that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Michael Harris the second in now, takes ball 1 off the plate. And another ball.
Clearly didn't come out of his hand the right way. Left that curveball way up.
Already 3 runs across in the frame. Bottom half of inning number 2. And that one is popped in the air. Shallow center. 2 away.
With how good these offenses are, there's a lot of ball game left.
Swing and a miss. The next pitch misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. And a strike in there. Got him. That's the inning. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers. Zach McKinstry leading things off and takes a strike. On the ground, right side. Tosses to the pitcher, covering the bag. And 1 away in the top of the 3rd. In the air, right side. Acuna takes it in for the out. 2 away now. Bichette batting for the 2nd time, and that's strike 1. Gets him to chase after that one.
2 really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
Breaking ball misses down and away. That one missed.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curve.
Oh, now this one's blasted deep to left. Way back there, on its way and out of here. Oh, Bichette blasts one out. His 7th home run of the season. Soto checks his swing. Appeal down to 3rd. Yes, he did. That's a swing.
That's a ball.
Singy, he's been one of the best players in baseball in terms of scoring runs. In fact, his numbers place him top 5 in the league.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
This one chopped up the middle. Horner over to first. And the inning is over. One more for Atlanta on the homer. It's now back here in Atlanta. Well, Singy, we talked him up at the top of the broadcast. Firing on all cylinders coming in, but haven't seen the same dominance today.
Well, it's still early, but the sharpness hasn't quite been there. Feels like he's just one adjustment away from flipping the script. Well, I think this is an important inning on the mound for him in this game. He's got to find a way to settle things down and give some length in this start.
Check swing, but he went too far. That's strike 2. And they'll do it again. Got him swinging for the K. That K is his 3rd of the game. Here is Austin Riley. He was a strikeout victim his first time. And a big swing and a miss.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
The other way, and he beats the shift. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Going 1. In the dirt. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Struck him out swinging. And that's 4 strikeouts. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. Hit by a pitch his first time and then came around to score. Swings through that one for strike 1. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Cracks his bat and pops him up. And that is that. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Swing and a miss. And that's strike 1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point. Well, these Mets just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They're swinging early, being aggressive, but 1 or 2 pitches later, the at-bat is over. That's not going to cut it if it's not resulting in hits. So they might want to be a little more selective up there.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk. And now it's Frankie Lindor. Misses again, 5 in a row. 6 straight outside the strike zone. And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. On the ground left side, 6, 4, 3. And they turn to double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1. On the ground to first, and that's just foul. 2 down, nobody on. Right through there, got it. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. Back at Truist Park, On a roll coming in, but this lineup's broken his momentum.
Yeah, they've hit him hard. Seems like he's been playing catch-up all day long. You know, these Braves doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. Pitch count is pretty high, and they've plated 4 runs already, so I think it's safe to say their game plan is working out pretty well right now.
That one misses. Ball 1.
So they forced the starter to put in a lot of work, and they've been able to get to him for some runs. And hopefully that bullpen phone is working today.
That one ran inside, almost got him. Swings through it for the K. Went back to the sweeper, and it was effective. Now it's the Atlanta catcher, Drake Baldwin. And a swing and a miss.
Ball.
Swings through that. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. You know, when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
That's outside.
That pitch is
Ball
out.
1.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And there's a ball. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. And he strikes out the back. In Atlanta Truist Park. Ready now for the 5th inning. Brett Beatty up now for the Mets. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already.
Well, these Mets, to put it bluntly,
Albies to Horner at second for 1, to first, double play, nicely done. And next for New York, Zach McKinstry.
That's a ball.
Check swing called strike. Strike 1. Gets the outside corner with that one.
probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser
ball 2.
just off the edge of the plate.
2 down, nobody on. Got him looking for the K. That was pretty nasty.
For the Mets.
Back now to start the bottom of the 5th, and taking over on the mound, Tobias Myers. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. A little out front there as he swings through it. Stirring in the bullpen for the Mets. Huascar Brazoban, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Line drive, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Into second easily with a leadoff double.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
This one smoked on its way out of here. So he goes yard to left. His 12th of the season, and they boost their lead. So the streak stays alive. His 4th straight game with a home run.
Boog, that's like a cycle of home runs, and I know how much you love the cycle. He's absolutely punishing mistakes right now he can't miss.
Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. Swing and a miss. And that is strike 1. And that one hammered. Fair ball.
Ball, that's in.
Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame. Last half of inning number 5. Lifted to left center. Way back there, and that is gone. Austin Riley delivers. And now it's Matt. Olsen's turn to hit. He has, as they like to say,
let me guess, Boog, light tower power?
That's right. Missing inside, and the count even 1-1. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
Well, at that velocity, if that's all you're seeing, 88, you can handle that all day long. That's what you get in batting practice. But off the velocity of the fastball, that is a very tough pitch to adjust to.
1-2 now. That one missed.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Got him. 1 down. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Well, this is just par for the course these days. Huge fastballs coming out of the bullpen.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
Here's the 0-2. Bounced and knocked out the pitcher. The throw is still in time. So a tough play, but they do get out number 2. 2 down, bases empty. Now Anthony Santander. Swings and misses. 0-2.
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it, so a changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than what he was anticipating.
Next offering is outside. Not close with that one. 2-2. That one misses. 3-2 now. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Makes the grab on the run. That is... Welcome back as we look at the highlights from today's game so far. Luis Robert Jr. digs in now. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there. They've got a potent lineup. And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. The 0-2. And that just misses. Next pitch in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Up with it. Fires to first. Gets him. 1 away on a drop, 3rd strike.
You hear people talk about letting the ball travel so often in terms of a hitting approach, and that's a great example why right there. If he's willing to let that curveball get a little deeper into the zone before he commits, he's way more likely to recognize that it's making a beeline for the dirt. On the other side, still a nice two-strike pitch, though.
Soto, batting with one down, takes a strike. Swing and a miss. That one at 99. And it's 0-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. He's 0 for 1. First pitch just misses.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, hitters aren't touching it.
In the dirt. The Mets with a lot of ground to make up, and we're the top half of the 6th. That one misses. Ball 3.
Foul, that ball's foul.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. Bottom of the 6th inning. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Drake Baldwin. And a foul ball. The 0-1.
Ball.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And a swing and a miss. Up the middle. Lindor fires to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play. Manager
For the Mets.
Daniel Nunez on the pitch here.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
2 down, nobody on. Foul ball there. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. Going back. And that's going to bang against the wall. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. To me, it's just a really controlled, balanced swing. He wasn't trying to do too much with it. Just stayed disciplined, got the barrel to the ball, and put it in play.
Man on second, 2 down.
Ball, that's
Moving
out.
in the bullpen, Luke Weaver preparing to come on if needed. In the dirt, blocked. That one hammered, but pulled foul. Man at second. Gets a piece and stays alive. Two on the way. Swing and a miss and a changeup in the dirt. Catcher has it, fires to first. Got him. Inning over on the strikeout. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. Lindor,
Nope,
the
that's the ball.
leadoff batter, as he looks at. One. Now into the game. Batista, he takes over and right. He gets there with the slide, fires to first, and very nicely done for the out. In there for strike one.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in at bats. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced in this one.
That misses the zone, and a count 2-1. There's a strike. Swing and a miss. Strider gets the strikeout. 2 outs, base is empty. Brett Beatty up now for the Mets. Gets the slider in there for a strike. Beatty wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. Swings through that one.
Ball, that's in.
Oh, great grab on the dive. And they get the out. It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
Singy, one of the biggest ways the game has changed bullpen arms. So many elite level bullpen arms.
Yeah, and I'm glad I'm not playing anymore. I mean, it's just a nightmare. When that door swings open out of the bullpen, you know what's coming in is 95 and above with at least one nasty pitch.
Swings through that one for strike one. The other component is you get less viewings of a specific pitcher. So your ability to go to school on one guy, you maybe get 2 looks at him and then he's gone.
Yeah, and I mean, these guys utilize the iPads and try to see previous footage of that pitcher, but it's just not the same as having an actual look.
That misses. Ball 1.
Ball 2.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Up next for the Braves.
2 down, base is empty. Now the Atlanta cleanup hitter, Matt Olson. Swing and a miss, blew it by him at 99.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
And the 0-2. That one missing inside.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
Next offering way off the plate. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Two down, nobody on. No, the shift on, hits right into it. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Back here in Atlanta. And stepping in for New York, Ronnie Mauricio. Wisely. Now in the game as he takes over third. New pitcher for the Braves, Ian Hamilton.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Into the outfield, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Shoots a line drive single into right center. Pushing for more, pushing his luck. To second, but way too late. Safe there.
That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Outside.
Robert, the next to hit, takes ball one. And a big swing and a miss. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two. Got him. First out in the top of the eighth. Close, but called a ball. And that's ball one. I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. Line drive, base hit. One run across. Another comes in to score, and it's 8-3. Juan Soto now. Hit hard, but foul off to the left. Swing and a ball driven out to center. That one carrying. And that's going to bang against the wall. Around second is Bichette. And it'll be runners at second and third, only one away. Called strike right there.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
Lindor in the box, lays off for ball one. The Mets down 5, trying to battle back. And we're in the top of the eighth.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Good job to fight that one off. 2 on, 2 outs. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Stays alive. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Got him looking for the strikeout. Inning over. And back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Luke Weaver.
Well, he's had trouble at times keeping the ball in the park this season. Something to keep in mind here.
And he swings over the top there. Jackknifes out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Swings through that one for strike 2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Anthony Santander at the plate. Pitch misses there, and that's ball one. Activity in the bullpen. Devin Williams, the closer, is getting loose.
That's ball 2.
That one misses, and now 3-0. He was late there, strike 1. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Great velocity at 97 at the top of the zone.
And foul ball. Three-two. And that one misses outside. It's ball 4. Foul ball. Man at first, one away. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. That's too low. Ball one. Lindor. Off balance feed. There's one. Double play. What a twin killing. Back in the ballpark as we take a check of the bullpen so far this season. Alvarez, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Here comes the skipper. Grant Holmes gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Well, he's a big-time strikeout guy out there. This season, averaging more than one per inning.
In the air, right field. Batista settles underneath it, and there's one down. Ball one, no strikes. Out towards right center field. Harris takes it in for the out. And there are two down. So last chance for the Mets. Ronnie Mauricio now. Oh, look at the stop. Over to first. And what a play. Ball game.